Hi, I am Nathan Pray from the Pray for Nathan show, and I am here today for kind of a call to action on what is the one single greatest thing you can do today, tomorrow, this week to help save the environment. I'll get to that info in just 1 second here. I want to go and tell you why this is important and the background here. Yes, I could go on about global greenhouse gas emissions, plastics, recycling, and all this stuff. I'm not going to go on to that. I want to talk about something that many of you probably already love, birds. More specifically, the songbirds. Who doesn't enjoy seeing the glorious displays of color and hearing the aurora of sounds coming from these birds all day? But did you know that bird populations since 1966 have declined over 75% in North America? That is just ridiculous. It is getting harder and harder to find songbirds. And one of the main reasons for this decline is the lack of insects. Because insects have been declining throughout the years as well. But did you know only a handful of birds rely solely on grain, such as your pigeons, sparrows, and finches? However, many of the species you'd like to attract to your backyard don't eat solely just grain. They eat insects. So now you're thinking, well, how do they survive the winter when it's -20? There's no insects around. Take another look. There are insects all year round for birds to gorge on. Where are these insects in February, you ask? Take a closer look at your trees. Watch your birds. They'll be eating caterpillars off of the tree. Caterpillars that have been clinging to these trees and hiding, using camouflage and hiding in the bark and everything else to make it so that the birds can't see them as well. That's why we can't find them, but the birds can. And this is what sustains them throughout the winter. This is why they migrate as well for insects, so that they can produce offspring and raise them to maturity. It all revolves around insects. Some of the birds that eat mostly insects are going to be your blue jays, your cardinals, your goldfinches, your woodpeckers. One of my favorite, the black-capped chickadee. Cheeseburger, cheeseburger. So I've informed you that birds are declining and insects are declining. Go figure. So how does this relate to you? The one greatest thing you can do today is to plant an oak tree. Not just any tree, an oak tree, a native oak tree. And this is because oak trees support hundreds of insects, your butterflies, your moths, over 534 to be exact. That is more than any other species out there. Let's take your non-native trees, for example. They have been found to support barely any, if at all, insects. And this is why oak trees are the far more superior tree. Bur oaks especially are one of the best trees for supporting wildlife, but any oak will do. Your red oak, your white oaks, your scarlet oaks, your pin oaks, your black oaks. Just plant oaks, people. And oaks take a long time to grow. You want to see songbirds in 20 years? Plant an oak today, please. That is my tip. Plant an oak. I can't stress this anymore. The most important thing you can do for the environment today is to plant an oak tree, people. Nathan out.